Greetings, YouTube. I wanted to discuss to you about the Curse of Oak Island and to see if this program is really taking us for a ride. I've been searching Oak Island for the past 4 years, and I've seen a lot of incredible theories, such as the money pit was actually a sunken Viking vessel, which by all means is not too bad, but what they're doing here is just really, really shady, in my opinion. I think that they normally get all these people to come in, like different experts and everything. And I know John Pulitzer, he told Rick and Marty to freeze the ground so that there'd be no flood tunnels, right? Well, first of all, is every time that they show a series and there's some bit of hope, but then that hope always fades and they say, oh, it's the island, it's the island, it's the island. It's all repetitive. Now, I'm going to discuss some theories with you about Oak Island that I have came up with, and obviously it's up to you to make a determination on them. All right, season 4, they drained the swamp right here, right? They supposedly found one wooden plank and a nice little tie that they claim it's from the Spanish galleons, right? Well, they supposedly had a metal, an anomaly right around here, and they said, okay, let's go and find it. And they dig a small hole, and where is it? It's a question mark, right? Fred Nolan also discovered a cross right here. That's got to have some symbolism. Why? Why? And even though that they're part up with the Triton Alliance and Dan Blankenship with 10X, but why would people in the 1600s dig 235 feet down? I mean, does that make any logical sense to you? They actually, right now, they built a cofferdam around Smith's Cove. That's actually smart. Because if it was me, I would search in the swamp for sure. And I would definitely do GPR around Nolan's Cross. And if there's really box drains in Smith's Cove, why can't we find a direct line to this so-called money pit, right? Now, everyone said about the 90-foot stone, okay? Now, there was that stone that everyone is saying, oh my God, does it exist? Well, if it was really that pertinent, why were some of the stories saying that it was used as a cutting board, okay? Now, Dan Blankenship brought up something in that episode stating that why didn't anybody take a picture of it, or why didn't anybody do like a carbon copy of it or whatever? I mean, if it was really that valuable and if it was really found, then obviously there has to be some sort of an evidence, because anybody investing that kind of money would want to be as diligent as possible, right? So let's go back to the faults of season 4. You find this stuff in the swamp, the tie and the board. Then you go off to Samuel Ball's property. Then you find all the King Georges. Then you find some sort of a hatch, right? That author Zena Halberson supposedly said that was from the Templars, right? Well, there's got to be something about the swamp. Why in the hell is it a triangle, number one? Number two is it was obviously man-made. And if the show is telling you the truth, if there was something from the 16 or 1700s, dated, found in the swamp, where is your follow-up? There's got to be follow-up on here, am I correct? I mean, that's what any normal person would really think. Now, they keep believing in this 10x. Did people back then have the technology to dig that deep, 235 feet? Supposedly, the money pit flooded at 90 feet, right? I mean, that's 145 feet higher than it is in 10x. I mean, Dan Blankenship was just begging on a miracle because he couldn't find the original money pit. So then he's just trying to find a back road into the money pit. Obviously, if you had a professional diver, unless if he didn't do his job, he searched the entire bottom and said there was nothing that indicated what was on his quote-unquote videos or what was on the sonar, right? Now they're going to be digging in the money pit, supposedly. But did they really even do correct calculations? I mean, you're finding evidence of maybe the chapel shaft, which was documented. But as you can see on some episodes, to say that FDR believed that something was buried in Mahon's Bay, which was the crown jewels of France. Now, do you actually believe something that ludicrous? So, if your bequeaths some jewels, right? You're just going to bury them? Unless if you have some historical proof that people would be after you, but why would they be after you in Canada? Why would they be after you in North America? I mean, does any of this really make sense to you? I mean, there's never follow-up. There's never any follow-up here, and all they care about is here, because Dan Blankenship is a quote-unquote partner in this idea. Now, Smith's Cove is interesting why there's coconut fiber there. I mean, I wish we could get some real independent people over there to really do some verifiable tests. In lieu of sending it off and then they tell you, like Craig Tester will tell you what the carbon dating was. Obviously, the Roman sword was faked. But, I mean, if they're putting it out here, supposedly that Roman sword, what does that tell you? That pretty much tells you that history wanted to plant some seeds in you. I mean, I don't want to speak to, I don't want to be presumptuous at all about this ordeal, but I mean, I would really like to find something of historical significance so far. So let me know what you guys think.